Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to learn about the influence of the planets on us. I'm pretty sure you all know about planets in the solar system and how they rotate around the sun. But today we are going to find how the planets rotate around you and how they influence your life from the moment you were born through life and many other aspects. At birth, each planet in the solar system, along with the Sun and Moon, occupied a characteristic position, represented in the personal astrogram in astrological houses. The position of the planets are relative. They change as they perform transit movements along a celestial vault, and from the astrogram various angles and aspects in continuous change. Their specific configuration, location, and size have a positive or negative influences on the whole of the humanity. Each zodiacal sign is ruled by a planet, and the influence is quite large because each person is unique and reacts differently to certain factors. Influence of the planets has reflected differently due to the time of birth and the number of planets in each natal chart. The influence does not stop here. Intervening on a physical level as a certain general traits are found in two people ruled by the same planet, for example. In astrology, 10 planets were taken for analysis and given specific characteristics for each of 12 signs. The planets analyzed are Mars and Venus, the Sun and the Moon, Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Astrologers have given great importance to planets. If we take in account the fact that by knowing the planet that govern the sign in which a person is born, we have achieved a better self-knowing, but also an interaction with others, so we can improve our relationships. Although it's not a proper planet, the Sun has a special significance in astrology. Located in the center of the solar system, with all the planets gravitating around it, the Sun is the giver of life and the one who illuminates nature and human character. The zodiac sign in which you were born is given by the position of the Sun in the specific zodiac constellation at the time of your birth. It represents your intimate self, your deepest consciousness, who you want to become and how you will shine. It is believed to reflect personal strength, identity, self-confidence, pride, authority, leadership, desire to live, creativity, and spontaneity. The Sun is the symbol of masculinity. It represents the father. In a woman's horoscopes, it indicates the partner that she is attracted to. The Sun rules over the sign of Leo, located in the 5th house of the zodiacs, and give it many of its positive characteristics: dignity, authority, trust, endurance, loyalty, courage, and generosity. And the other sign of fire borrow many of the characteristics of the Leo. In terms of health and vitality, the Sun influences vitality and has a great affinity for the heart and spine, the right eye for the man, and the left eye for a woman. The lion is ruled by the Sun, and people born under the Sun have a general features like brown hair, well done and oval face. The Sun also signifies the way we are in front of others and present us with a reality that we are in. People born under the sign of Sun love art, letters, are loving people, and have tendency and jealousy. The fastest celestial body crosses the zodiacal circle every 28 days and spends about 2.5 days in each zodiacal sign. The moon is in astrology as important as the sun. The lunar energy governs emotion, moods, needs, and habits, the tie and everything related to liquids. The moon represents the things we want, the way we feel about them, and how they affect us emotionally, and how we, in turn, affect those around us. The moon is a symbol for feminine energy. It represents the woman in a man's horoscope, his partner or the woman he feels attracted to, fertility, motherhood, and the children. The 28-day monthly cycle coincides with the woman's menstrual cycle. The stages of growth and decline signifying conception, pregnancy, and birth and correspond to the growth cycle of any living being. The mysterious Cancer is ruled by the moon, and their specific feature is that they get angry too easily. As a planet, the moon represents emotion, ordinary reflection, and human instincts, but also the subconscious reaction of a person. Defects include laziness, selfishness, but they are also very productive and loving. The moon also means the need for stability and security in relation of any kind of people. The planet Mars governs the first zodiac sign, but it also governs those who are born in Scorpio. They are energetic in the first place, they are bold people, quick at work, and who do not give up on anything so easy. The planet Venus is the second from the Sun and the brightest body after the Moon, rules by two signs, Libra and Taurus, which is perfectly characterized by the word pleasure. Venus is the master of the sign, of artists, and by the people who are very passionate, who impress with the specific features. Venus represents love, pleasure, love for care and others, but also the joy of living. Next in turn is planet Mercury, which rules twins and virgins. The contrast here is admirable. The twins are sociable and need people around them, while the virgin is skeptical and realistic until the last moment. Mercury has the ability to communicate, learn, and think. Next are the big planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and rules the sign of Sagittarius, or the house of great benefactor. And it is well known that Sagittarius is a lucky zodiac. The influence of Jupiter represents the ability to develop, grow, and challenge, but also to pursue a purpose in life. Through travel, learning, knowledge, or experience, Jupiter shows us a man's ability to overcome his mental barriers imposed by the certain rules of his own development. Saturn, on the other hand, represents the home of the great teacher and governs the people in the sign of Capricorn. As traits, he is characterized the need for disciplines to learn and to limit himself. Capricorn lives according to the rules established in society, with the need to start a family and live according to a family traditions. Unlike Jupiter, which subconsciously imposes a need of growth and development, Saturn imposes rules, routine, and goals that provide increased stability. The goals of Capricorn, or a person who is influenced by Saturn, are precise, safe, and long-term and involve in a lot of work and stability. The next large planet is Uranus, which has the greatest influence on Aquarius. Uranus represents the planet of changes, even those made radically, changes at 118 degrees. It is an extreme planet which also produces changing states for the people over whom extends its influence, and the changes can be sometimes violent and can violate any rule of society. The influence of this planet, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus show that they are closely related. Analyzed little, they compare to each other. A person who happens to have influences from all three signs will be able to judge states of any kind, from minor ones to develop, oscillating with the need for stability to dynamic changes. The last sign of horoscope, Pisces, is ruled by the planet Neptune, which perfectly represent the spiritual and ever-rise size of a person. People influenced by Neptune are inventive, romantic, dreamy, and attracted to the feel of what is full of mystery and beyond the power of understanding of a more cerebral man. Pisces are those people who believe that life has a higher purpose than material things and will fulfill any purpose with the help of faith in something stronger than them. The last planet analyzed by astrologers is Pluto. The mysterious dwarf planet has some particularly strong influences on all zodiac signs, being the planet that influences both positive part of us and negative one. It digs up so deep into the subconsciousness that the changes once made remain final. Therefore, the influences of the planets are important and influence our life even without wanting to. In any action we take, we are more or less dominated by the features of the zodiac sign and the planet that govern us. All the planets have an importance in our life. Many things around us influences the way we see and feel the things, and if we know that, we can understand why some things appear in front of our eyes the way they do. If you want to find out more, take your time to analyze and dig up the mysteries around you. If you want to support this work, leave a like and press the subscribe button, and for more info like this, you can check other videos of mine. Don't forget to have a great day.